What is going on? It's your boy Daimzy, bringing you the book review of the week. This week's book is going out to the wonderful Sam Conniff Allende, who wrote this masterpiece, Be More Pirate. Now, if you actually look at it, it's pink. It has a skull on it. When I got it from a friend of mine, I thought it was some La La Land BS. Ended up reading it over the week. One day when I had a 30-minute train journey, I thought, well, let's just give it a go. So, what did Sam end up doing in this book? This book is essentially summarizing who pirates were. Now, what do you think a pirate is? Essentially, it could be the terrorists that scared society back in like the 1600s. Now, if you're thinking about that, that's partly, you might be thinking about Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean, the guy that always ran around screaming, ah! That could also be partly it, but pirates, defined by Sam Conniff Allende, were rebels. Essentially, these are the people that didn't really fit into society. They wanted their own rules, they wanted their own rights, and they wanted their own freedom, and that's basically what they went and did. So these are guys that went out onto the sea and basically dominated the whole sea. They had about 2,000 people. In 20 years, they managed to accumulate 2,000 pirates, and they took on the whole government, which was over 200,000 people. So how did they do that? Well, basically, Sam Conniff Allende explains it all in this book. He explains the past of who pirates actually were, how they managed to influence society on things like democracy, on things like equal pay, equal work, life insurance, equality, like your voice actually counts in the pirate society for them. So, giving you some examples, if you ended up losing a hand or a leg while you were on a mission, you would get extra treasure. It doesn't matter whether you were 16 or 60, man, woman, black, white, Asian, you all got a share piece of the treasure, right? Equal pay, equal work. Democracy, like before democracy was even in society, they ended up getting all 2,000 of the pirates. They told them, listen, everyone gets one vote, and we're all going to vote on the topic that matters most to us, because we don't want to be like them government scoundrels over there. And they met up on an island somewhere like near the Pacific, and they all ended up basically formulating democracy. I'm not saying they created it, but they had a big influence on democracy. Then Sam goes into explaining who the current pirates are and how they manage to influence society in the current times. So he talks about people like the NWA. This was a rap group sort of making their way through the early 2000s, late 1900s, that really influenced like how rap music is seen. He talks about Malala Yousafzai, the youngest Nobel Peace Prize winner in history ever to be recorded, where her journey literally spoke about delivering education to young women. He talked about people like Chance the Rapper, where he didn't go with the music label. He ended up going, right, I want my own vote, I want my own freedom, I want my own speech, and I'm not going to sign to a record label where I can't do that, where I'm going to be, where I'm going to feel trapped. He went and did his own thing, and now ended up winning Grammys and BAFTAs and all of that stuff. And then he gives you, which is really interesting, throughout the whole book, after every single chapter that he explains, gives you a little bit of information about a question that he wants you to answer. Now, those questions are supposed to formulate into answers for you to kind of get you to start thinking about how you could rebel in your workplace, in society, in any area of your life where you don't feel comfortable, where you don't feel, where you feel mistreated, like you're not getting the proper respect that is due to you. And he's not getting you to really cause trouble or mayhem or go on a killing spree. He's just getting you to actually stand up for yourself and make some changes if you feel like changes are necessary to any part of your life. So basically, between 1690 and 1725, 2,000 men and women ended up taking on 200,000 government officials. In this book, he basically talks about how they managed to create their brand and how you could create yours to make yourself seem a bit more hyped up, to make yourself seem a bit more powerful than you may be, and to actually hype yourself up to start making changes in where you think is necessary. So the reason why I like this book, and the reason why I would recommend this book to anyone considering 1, making changes in their life, 2, making changes in their environment, 3, making changes in their government, 4, just making changes in the world, like possibly attaining some of the 17 sustainable goals set out by United Nations, or for any business moguls. So these are the people in business, the marketers, the salespeople, the CEOs, anyone within the business world. Why I recommend this book is Sam not only created something that's inspirational, motivational, is fun and engaging because it has a narrative, it has a touch of personal development to it, but it's also a sort of a script on how to build a business with values, with a brand behind it that is strong and firm and could really deliver changes in society and in the world, where your work actually matters, and it's getting you to stand up on your feet and say, listen, I am here and I want to make some changes, and this is a script for me to actually go and make some of these changes. So Sam, if you ever do end up getting to watch this video, you did a fantastic job, and I can recommend your book to anyone. I actually bought your book for other friends because this is so good. It's not actually a La La Land book, it's a lot of value, and for £15, listen, Sam, I think you're a genius, honestly, and all I can really say is be more pirate.